Zoila Tolusa.
Good morning.
Thank you. Okay, I would like to address the board and point out the violations that are being made by the TCA. On December 14th meeting, I arrived at 7:30 and was the third person in line. Brian Harrington was first, another man second, and then me. I waited until the doors opened at 9 and turned in my card. Brian Harrington gave up his spot to his colleague who arrived closer to 9, stating that he would not be speaking after all because he had to leave. Mrs. Ochoa allowed Brian to give up his place and took the new person's card. Surprisingly enough, when the floor opened, Wendy Bucknam, mayor of Mission Viejo, was given first place to speak, yet she was never in line or presently seen. Brian's friend was placed second. The person that was originally in second in line outside was now third, and I was bumped to fourth place. I asked Ms. Ochoa why Mayor Bucknam was placed in front of all of us, and she said that she got here way before all of us and that she was waiting inside. When members of our coalition asked to swap cards in order to allow those that couldn't stay to the end of the meeting, Ms. Ochoa said no and did not allow us to do that. Ava O'Keefe emailed Ms. Ochoa on December 15th, and I have copies of that email, questioning the preferential treatment, and she till this day has never received a response to that email. Lastly, Brian Harrington lied because he stayed till the end of the meeting, and he basically positioned himself to close the meeting with his last comments. Interesting that they placed themselves strategically in the beginning and in the end. Interesting that no one is allowed to turn in cards before 9 a.m., but Wendy Bucknam is. This board needs to clean up the corruption even at this smallest level, as petty as it may seem to you, but it isn't. Our voices matter, our minutes count. You need to address this unfair treatment and correct it. And lastly, I stand here before you to continue to express my opposition to any alignment through our established communities, our schools, our parks, and mitigated open space. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Tolusa.